me that every single one of you is having the time of your life. Thank you very much. So I dare say, and I'm so pleased to be able to say that I know most of you here in the room. For those that I don't know, welcome to the Barry and Carol Show. If you haven't had an opportunity to listen to the Silver City Meetinghouse, this is usually the shtick that we engage in. I interrupt Barry interrupts me, but tonight we're going to try to be a little bit more serious. So I am Carol Doherty, and I have the pleasure of knowing Barry and his family, and have had for a number of years. Barry and I, for those of you who may not know, share the microphone on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock on a program called the Silver City Meetinghouse. And some of you who are sitting here who have joined us on the Silver City Meetinghouse, many of you have joined us on the Silver City Meetinghouse. We always extend that invitation, so thank you very much for that. And for the rest of you, we would appreciate a listening audience and even people who might call in to have something to say. We can count the number of people who call in on one hand, Barry. So Barry's the star of the show, not me, so here you go. I'm very pleased to introduce my longtime friend and partner. And it has been a long journey to this point. A long journey, years of nagging him to run for office, of cajoling him, promising him things that, of course, we could never deliver. And finally convincing him that he should throw his hat into the ring, and this seems to be the propitious moment. For me, Barry is a man of integrity, true to his word, and dogged in his pursuit of fairness and justice for all people. Barry loves this community, and he will say in his remarks a couple of times, "You know me, not me him." So listen for that. And all of you do in some way or another, some more or less. But for me, I know Barry because he is a person who will stand beside you and who will speak in your behalf and speak with you and lead the way. And from time to time, he'll probably point out where you might be wrong and set you straight. So this is my pleasure, our next best city councilor, Barry.
Well, hello everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. I couldn't be happier. Well, I could be a little happier, but we'll have to wait for November for that. I'd like to, I need my list. I forgot my list. I did this last time too.
I just thought of that when you started.
Talk amongst yourselves. It's a long-standing tradition for elected officials to sign in when they come to another candidate or official's event, and they get recognized. And I want to make sure that I honor that tradition. Today, we have joining us, and if you'd join me in thanking them for their service, David Souza from the school committee. A woman we may be vaguely familiar with, Carol Doherty, also from the school committee. Sherry Costa-Hanlon had come and delivered her husband and son, so we want to thank her for that. City Councilor. Dr. Jerry Croto, also one of our city councilors, is here tonight. David Pottier from the City Council. Jordan Fiore from the School Committee. John McCall from the City Council. John Cleary, also from the City Council. Joe Martin from the school committee and from the TMLP. And Christine Fagan from the school committee. I also want to mention that J.P. Mark, who was here on his birthday earlier, so if you had a chance to say hello to J.P., it was his birthday today. If he were still here, it would have been nice to have sung happy birthday. He had another place to be, so off he went. So I have a lot of respect for our elected leaders and for the other candidates who are willing to share their time and energy to keep Taunton a great place to live and work. Taunton's greatness doesn't only come from the leadership at City Hall. Taunton is a great place to live and work in large part due to the great people who volunteer their time every day to help their neighbors. So if you volunteer anywhere in the city for any reason, I'd like to ask you to stand up, please. Anyone who volunteers at all. Probably more than anything else, these people make Taunton great, and they deserve our thanks. Personally, I have a growing list of people to thank. First, of course, is my family. Every candidate will tell you that an election campaign is a family affair. I couldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it without the love and support of my wife, Christy, my kids, with the eager help of Bryson and Delia. They'll be taste testing the cake to make sure it's safe. My mom, Jeanette, is here. My kids, Matt, who is working as he should be, and Jen, who's on a short break from college. And of course, my in-laws, Tom and Betsy Down. Every day there are more and more people who pledge their support to this effort. Some of you are here tonight, so to all of you who come to support me and this campaign, I want to say thank you to all of you. I have a great campaign committee. It includes my wife Christy and my son Matt, my campaign manager Carol Doherty, who you've already met, my treasurer Maria Prado, who is putting in yeoman's work for the campaign, Godwin Arabuzzo, my father-in-law Tom, John and Laura Hoey, Elisa Scully, and Joe Totino have all been working hard to help with the campaign. I want to also say thank you to my friend Monica Fernandez, who is doing the video right now and came in to help, and also Jen Rose, who has been snapping pictures steadily all night, and the second round of photography comes from my good friend Bob Leonard. As the campaign marches forward, people naturally want to know why I'm running for City Council. And I always say the same thing. I'm running to get things done, period. There are opportunities that need to be seized and challenges that need to be addressed with a real sense of urgency and a real commitment for all of us to work together. We're going to bring a new voice and a fresh perspective to the City Council. We'll have to work together to get our message out and earn the support of our community. It won't be easy, but with your help, we can get there. Most of you know me. You know what I stand for, and you know what I can do. If you don't know me yet, I hope you'll give me a chance to change that. If you're willing to stand with me, people will probably ask you about who I am and what I'll do as a city councilor. So here are a few things that you might want to be able to mention. No, he's not Colonel Sanders from the chicken place. No, he's not Bernie Sanders, the senator from Vermont. No, he's not the Barry Sanders who played for the Detroit Lions, although wouldn't that be awesome if Barry Sanders, the best running back in NFL history, wanted to run for office in Taunton? That would be cool. I'm not any of those. I'm Barry Sanders, Matt and Jen's dad, Christy's husband, Barry and Jeanette's son. I'm Barry Sanders, your neighbor, your friend, who coached your kids' soccer team, chaperoned the school trips, cheered for our kids together, celebrated together, and sometimes we consoled each other. I'm Barry Sanders, a social worker. I help people find solutions to big problems like drug addiction, mental illness, poverty, and violence. I have witnessed your courage, and we've inspired each other. I'm Barry Sanders, a lay leader at First Parish Church. We might have some different ideas and experiences, but we share a common desire to serve our community. We've fed and clothed and comforted and inspired our neighbors, and we've been richer for it. I'm Barry Sanders, host of the Silver City Meetinghouse. With Carol Doherty and the staff at WDBF Radio, we've lifted up and supported middle school musicians, community leaders, and political hopefuls. We've worked to inspire and inform our listeners every Saturday morning for 8 years. I've been helping people my entire life. In middle school, I tutored deaf students. In high school, I worked with children with special needs. I learned early on that in helping others, you help yourself. I want everyone to have the chance to feel that incredible feeling that comes from lifting up others. People need to be able to meet their own needs before they can help meet the needs of others. People need to have jobs that pay good wages so they have time and energy left over once the bills are paid. Now, we have great businesses with deep roots in Taunton, and you see their names every time you look at a list of sponsors for some community event, a school play, or the fundraiser for someone with an illness. We need to support local businesses, and we need to strengthen Taunton's economic base. When we invest in Taunton, we build a strong community for ourselves and for our children. And yes, this campaign is still honoring our Buy Local pledge. We need to bring more great businesses to Taunton because engaged businesses that pay good wages help build strong communities. We need to make sure our schools, which have done, succeed. We need to ensure that city government meets the needs of all of its residents, no matter where they live or what language they speak. We need to make a commitment to invest in and inspire all of our neighborhoods. With greatness ahead, we need everyone engaged. Together we can get things done. We can complete long-standing projects like the landfill and our empty city hall. We can support our public safety personnel with safe and effective staffing levels. And we can continue to lead the work of helping families deal with the illness of addiction. I need your help, plain and simple. I can't do this without you. For those of you who filled out the postcards tonight, that was huge. I'm so grateful that you were willing to spend a few minutes doing that. And if you'll take a few extra cards with you and fill them out, I'll put the postage on them and we'll get them out to your friends and we'll spread the word. Tonight I'm asking for a little something extra. When you get home, go through your address book. Call, email, message your friends and family. Tell them why you support this campaign. Many of you know me already. Tell our story, how you know me, what we've done together. And if you can do a bit more, please visit the volunteer table. My daughter, Jen, you might notice her, she's got the teal-colored hair. She's going to take care of the volunteer list. And remember, in January, if I'm sitting in one of those 9 chairs, it'll be your voice that's heard in the council chambers. I can't do it by myself, and I know I won't have to. With your help, we can get things done and build a stronger community. Thank you. And now it's time for cake. So Christy has been busy cutting cake, so if you want to just come right up, grab a piece of cake. I think we have a coffee pot going and the bar is still open, so don't be in a hurry to leave.